Hello, ladies and gentleladies. Welcome back to another railroad development stream. Today we're going to be continuing once again with the Git integration, as we have been doing for the past many streams. How many streams actually have we been doing this for? I'm not even sure. So if I look back, we've been doing this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 streams is how long we've been doing this for. This is the 7th time, and that's with all the work I've done outside of streams as well. So obviously this is a massive integration with Railroad. Now today we're going to continue with that, and we're going to work on a new bit of UI. So I'm just going to have to quickly actually figure out what that is. I think probably stashing would be the next best. Oh no, we were going to do syncing first, weren't we? So I think we'll do that. So quickly, I'm just going to get Codex to actually generate that mock UI that we can use as a baseline. So okay, so my chat in this specific with this specific one has gotten so long that it actually just lags to even open the chat, which is kind of funny. Okay, whilst that's doing that, I'm quickly going to make an announcement in the Discord before I forget. Okay, there we go. I've gone ahead and announced that in the Discord. Okay, let me see if Codex or if ChatGPT is done. It is almost done. So here it is, guys. If it just wants to load for a second, as I told you, it's very laggy. Because you can see just from the side about how much is going on in here. Okay, so if we go ahead and preview this, it doesn't really work in the preview. At least last time it didn't. Yeah, it hasn't really worked. So that's fine. We can just copy this, and I can just put it in a text document. So, I can even probably... I'll keep it open for now. Actually, what I'm going to do... no, I'll leave it open for now. We're just going to quickly open a notepad. And put it in here. Okay, and then we're going to open that UI. And I forgot to rename it to a HTML file. Well, that's not really going to help me, is it? Okay, so this is what we're working with. This is what it's gone ahead and given us. Okay. Yeah. I think this is all fine. So yeah, these would be the incoming commits. This would be the outgoing commits, controls. I'm not sure about the order of things here. Incoming, controls, and then outgoing? Wouldn't we do controls, incoming, outgoing? Surely. So maybe we'll mess around with that order a little bit. But that's what I'm going to be working towards today. Hopefully this one shouldn't take too long. Though I said that about the last one, so we'll find out and see. So, let's just dig right into it. So let's go IDE, UI, Git, and I'm actually more inclined to put this in the overview one. Even though it's not directly related, it's very similar. So this will be the get sync pane. And I'm just going to extend RRV box. Okay, and then I'm just going to go straight into IDE setup, and I'm going to get this added in here. By the way, if things are a little bit different in IntelliJ today, that is because I nuked my installation. Along with all the plugins and all the settings I had. I've tried to restore as much of it as possible, but it hasn't all managed to restore, so some things are going to be a bit missing today. But we'll find out what those are kind of as we go along, because I obviously haven't figured them all out yet. So yeah, we'll have to figure that out. I'm actually going to make a new package for sync and put it in there, but it's, you know, no, we'll keep it in the root actually. Otherwise, that's just going to get way too confusing. I get confused very easily, as you guys know, so we'll avoid doing that. Okay, so the first one is going to be like just, I mean, if you look at this again, the first one is kind of these three combined. I would put this, I mean, we're going to need to give it like a name that represents these three. Maybe just info, I guess, would be fine. Yeah, let's just call it info. So we'll have a private final get sync info pane, and this will be the info pane. Okay, then we're going to have a private final get sync controls pane, which will be the controls pane. Then we're going to have incoming, so get sync incoming, incoming changes pane, sure, and then outgoing changes pane. Okay, nice. Right. Then we can just go ahead and set these all up in here. So I'm going to open, say, this one. And I'm just going to use that to my advantage a little bit. Oh, let's also add get sync in here as well. Okay, there we go. Now we also do have an error in here, apparently. So that's one of the things that is actually missing. We don't have in the sidebar where the errors are, because I haven't configured that. Am I going to be able to find that in the settings, though? Possibly. I'm trying to think what it was called. If anyone knows, please let me know, because I'm not sure. So it's going to be under appearance, probably. Edit. Color scheme. Java? Maybe? I don't think it would be Java. It might be like general. Errors and warnings, maybe? Error? Aha, here we go. There we go. So if we put that in there. There we go. Now we've got that in the sidebar. Okay, let's also do warnings as well. Okay. And then I guess let's also do the other ones. So like weak warning. We can do in the sidebar as well. Deprecated. Sure, we can do this one as well. Okay. That's just an error. That's fine. And that's also just an error, so I mean, that should also be like that. Runtime problem. Same thing. Same thing. This one should be like that. This one. Sure, we'll do this one even though I've never seen it, I don't think. And then we'll do this one. We are missing some though, so like this one I guess we could do. And then the only one we haven't done then is this one. Which I kind of don't want to put as that color. I'm going to put it a slightly different color so that I know that's different. Okay, so then now we should be able to see. I admittedly cannot still see it in the sidebar. When are there going to be live subs? There are, no? No, there are not. Interesting. I can't set it. It's probably because I'm on low latency, I imagine. Yeah. If I was on normal latency, I probably could, but low latency, I guess not. Okay, what is this error? Okay, this shouldn't have changed. So I don't know what's going on here. What? Oh, it must be using the wrong JDK. Yeah, that would make sense. So since I've obviously changed it, I guess it's now using the wrong JDK? Though that does seem to be correct. I mean, could be also in here. No, that's also using JDK 21. Maybe just reload. That might be what it needs. I think that'll probably fix it. Okay, so I'm going to bring the overview pane to my other monitor so I can kind of just copy it. Okay. So, first of all, get style class dot add get sync pane root. Okay, actually it might already have these. Oh, pardon me. Don't know where that came from. Yeah, and then okay, it actually is just looking at what I have open, so that's fine. We can set vgrow for these two, so they always have priority. Since those are going to be the two that expand the most, right? These two should never expand, so that should be fine. Okay. Lovely. Okay, actually, meanwhile whilst I'm doing this, I'm just going to quickly... There we go. Okay. So, get sync info. This is the one we're going to do first. Oh, also, did that fix that? Yeah, it did. I thought it might. It's just IntelliJ being a bit janky. So, UI, get sync new class, get sync info pane. Okay, I'm going to have a look at what this pane looks like. Okay, so it's like 3 different sections, so therefore I would give this an RRV box, first and foremost. And then we just need to have 3 parts of it. So, get sync info pane. This will want to take in a get manager. like that. Now, actually, does this take in? It does, but we're going to want to do .get manager there, there, and there, and then we'll just var these. There we go. Okay. So then what we can do here, we can add style class, of course. Just hide this so I can see a little bit more of the code, and we'll also zoom in a little bit. How do we add zoom? Editor general? Aha, this is what I was looking for. Okay, apply. There we go. Yeah, that's done it for just, oops. It's done it just for that single one. I actually want to do it for all. Reset to 17, and then I will scroll to 20. There we go. Okay, so actually, I guess we want to scroll until we're in line with that. So 18 then. The font is also weird. What's up with the font? So it's just JetBrains mono. Well, first of all, I want ligatures. Let me also put my phone on big old do not disturb. Or silent, actually, would probably be better. And then, yeah, JetBrains mono. I think it's fine. I mean, it just looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Like it, I don't really know how to describe it, but it looks a bit stretched. I think I normally use JetBrains mono semi-bold. Do I have that available? It seems I don't, actually. Let me go ahead and grab that. Okay. I'm just doing this real quick. Get my friggin' font back. Okay, so I want... You know, actually, I know what I can do. I'm just gonna install them all. Because that'll be a bit easier. And install. Okay. Yes. Okay, so now I should be able to go settings, and in here I should be able to select one of the other ones. Admittedly, I still don't see it in here though. Main weight regular. So in that case, I want semi-bold. Has that fixed it? Doesn't seem to, does it? Extra. So what if I just do bold? That's a little bit better. I think semi-bold is fine. I'm just a little bit confused why it's not right. Maybe that is normal. Maybe I am going crazy. Okay, I think that's probably fine, actually. I think I'm probably just going crazy. So, okay, so first of all, we're going to want the tracking part. So we'll do var. We'll do tracking info is equal, or tracking info pane. Get sync tracking info pane. Then we're going to want var ahead behind info pane, and then a var strategy pane, which will not be an info pane. Okay. And then we can just add them all like that. Okay, so what we can do is create a public static class. This will be the tracking info. So we're going to start by having obviously the title. So tracking title is equal to a new localized text. Okay, something is really off. I don't like this. Railroad.get.sync.tracking.title. Okay, then we're going to have the branch. So var branch text is equal to a new localized text, which will be tracking.branch we can do. And then var branch chip will be equal to a new or this will just be a new text actually. And that will be get manager dot current branch. Okay. And then we want the upstream, so let's have a var upstream text, and then var upstream chip. So we can do get upstream, and then we can do dots. How do I get rid of Okay, well, first of all, how do I get better suggestions? Because these are terrible suggestions. Is it because I've lost all my IntelliSense? It probably is, isn't it? That is actually very disappointing and sad. So I can do get upstream branch name. Or else... Yeah, kind of. I mean, it doesn't need to be like that, of course. We can just do L1A10.localize. Like that. Okay. Okay, then we can do var info box is equal to a new RRH box, which we'll do like 2 maybe. And then we can add all of those in there. And then we can add tracking title and info box. Okay, now the other thing we want to do is we want to obviously add some classes here. So we can do tracking title dot get style class, add get sync tracking info title, I guess. Okay, like that. Okay. Probably want to put that down here. Okay. So that's that one. Then next is the ahead behind. So also this can just be private, to be honest. Private static class sends RRV box. Okay, it's going to be very similar. I don't know if it can do it all for us or not. ahead. So we can get that ahead behind counts. So we can pass in. And we can do get manager dot create current branch, and then do that. Then these can just be ints as well, like that. And we can also add in a last fetched as well, though I guess that's not really necessary. So actually we'll skip doing that. Okay, then the next one is the strategy pane. So this one's going to be a little bit more complex because this is going to actually have us changing the get strategy. So we will have the title, that's fine. And then what we're going to have is 2 H boxes. So we're going to have pool strategy H box, which will be like 2. And that will then add that. Then we'll have the label. And then we're going to have the var pool strategy combo box is equal to a new combo box, I think. No, we can do a localized combo box though, of type string. We'll do a string like that. Okay, now does this accept anything in here? It does, but we don't need that because it's just a string to string, right? So that'll be fine. That can be combo box like that though. And yeah, so the different options are merge, rebase, and fast forward only. We will just go ahead and we'll blah blah blah. We will go ahead and add an enum for those though. So I guess in fact we can probably just use that enum, can't we? So we can do get pool strategy. If I could type, of course. Strategy. Get pool strategy. Yes, I've spelled that right. Okay. So if we go VCS get, we can create. I mean, I don't really know where to put this. I guess just util. So this will be merge, rebase, fast forward only. And we'll have a localization key for these as well. So we'll have a private final string, which will be the localization key. And that will take in a string localization key. This can do a getter. Get.pool.strategy.merge. Yep, that's fine. This needs to be lowercase just because that's our convention. Okay. So then we have get pool strategy, and then basically we just do get pool strategy dot get localization key, which will then be able to be converted into a method reference. Hello. Yeah, nice. Then we can set the values, so we can do we can get items like that, and we can select get pool strategy as well, and then yeah, we can basically do that. Is what we want. And then we also want to add get style class, get, and we can add that like that, and then add both of those. Have you had a greater than 5 out of 10 day? Sure. I mean, I guess. I probably had a 6 out of 10 day. Hasn't been bad, hasn't been good, but it's been better than worse, so probably 6 out of 10. I've been working on something a little bit special today. I don't know if anything's going to happen with it, so I'm not going to talk about it quite yet, but yeah, we will we will see. I think it's a very cool idea, but you know, I need to see how well it works first. New projects, kind of, but like not really. No. All will make sense if I end up actually doing it or not. But you know, we will see. Okay, so we're going to want a push strategy in here as well. So push strategy is obviously slightly different. So we have default, force, and force with lease. I think those are the ones. No, so the this one is well, is that right? Get push strategy. Strategies. Okay, I've just asked Big Man ChatGPT to tell me what they are. I think this is correct. What I will do actually is I will do this. And then like that, and then just do getter like that. Okay. And that's fine. Okay, so for push, actually, what we want is 3 different ones. So not those, though. So we want simple. We want current. We want upstream. And matching, and then nothing as well. Yeah, basically what Copilot actually just managed to do. I'm actually quite surprised it managed to do that. Okay, there's some other things we can do as well, but for now those are fine. Okay, so now we can import push strategy, and that basically fixes all of those. Okay, so then we can get pull strategy. I mean, basically what we want to do, probably, we first of all want to do a check like this, right? But get rid of that. And then here there's a couple things we have to do because I'm just trying to think in terms of how we would have handled this. Yeah, probably do want to just do that and then handle it in the get client. I would probably tend to agree. So, I mean, first of all, what we want to do. So I meant to actually do push strategy first, not pull strategy, because push strategy is a bit easier. Wait, what did I call it? Oh, I just called it push strategy. I didn't mean to do that. There you go, again, push strategy. Okay. And then I'll just do the exact same thing. And that would take in repo. Okay, so first of all, we need to check whether rebase is enabled. So I think what we want to do as well then is we want to have a enum for get rebase setting, and then this can be we can have rebase, we can have merge, we can have merges and unset like that. So then what we can do is we can get the get rebase setting, and then basically if it's rebase, return current. Wait, am I doing this right? No, I'm doing this the wrong way around. This is push. I meant to be doing pull. Get rebase setting. There you go. Okay. If it's rebase, return rebase. If it's merge, return merge. And then the best way, because then we have to deal also with fast forward. Which I guess actually... Actually, we want to get the fast forward setting first. So, Boolean is pull fast forward only. And then if that is true, return that. Otherwise, we fall back to this. So this gets the branch ones. Probably just want to check if it's not unset. Not equal to unset. Then if it is... So if it's rebase, then we do rebase, else we just do merge. Would be the easiest way. Now, ideally, obviously, we have to handle merges as well, but that's kind of a thing we can come back to. And then basically we want to do the exact same thing, right? But for global. Global. Okay, and then in this case we just do merge. So that's basically the thing. So then we can have a public boolean is pull fast forward only. Now I think this... I'm gonna have a look actually at what this gives us. Okay, I think it's just erroring. So true or it's only. Okay. So that would just be config get pull.ff. Okay. Then we have get branch rebase setting. Okay, so then we can get string std out, and then we can just basically switch on the string. So also here we can actually just return get rebase setting dot unset. Okay, so here we can return, switch on that, and case true or rebase, we go rebase, case false or merge, we go merge, and then case merges, we go merges, like that. And then default, we just default to unset. Okay, and then we can just get the command for that. So here we actually need to get the current branch though. So string branch name. Like that. And then that will just do get current branch, which we have, no? Can I not do that? Okay. In that case, we can pass through get current branch. Like that. And add them in there. And then just pass these down. So that'll take then in current branch. That doesn't need to take in current branch, of course. But that then takes in current branch like that. Okay, then we just need to do the exact same thing, but for global. Like that. And this is going to be pretty similar as well. So that will just be pool.rebase. Okay, so then we have the push strategy. I think it's going to be kind of similar-ish. Okay. So there's basically only a couple values we can actually even receive here. If we run this in terminal. Okay, we're actually getting exit code 1, which is interesting. What are we in right now? This is not normal terminal, right? Let me do this real quick and just run it on a normal terminal and see what's happening. Okay, oh, I see. Okay, so if it's not set, it will just be simple, basically. Okay, that's fine. So what we can do is, I don't think there's a global one here. No. Or, well, there is, but there isn't a branch specific one, I mean. So that makes this pretty easy. We can just do the command. So get command. Get push default. Yep, that's correct. Do the usuals. Okay, and then we can just return a switch. Simple will be, well, yeah, so case simple will be simple. Current will be current, upstream, matching, and else I think it's nothing. No, so case nothing will be nothing, and then default simple. Okay, yeah, just check that's fine. We have an error though, which is just this one. Yeah, this doesn't need the current branch, so that can just get push default, and that'll just be a simple config one push.default, and you can go. What does get current branch actually do? Oh, I see. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so then we can make our Sessa methods as well, which will be pretty much, and it'll be pretty simple to do. So we'll have that, and then we'll have this one. Oh. Yeah, like that. We'll do push first because it's the simplest. Oh no, pull is the simplest, but push is doable. Yeah, only thing is this needs the current branch, right? So we can take in a string branch name. Okay, and then in here, just is simple, unset, push debutter. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, yeah. Then we can do this one, which will just be like that. Okay, then set pull strategy. So pull strategy is, yeah, so pull strategy is the more complicated one. Okay. Right. So we can unset pull rebase. Unset pull dot rebase, and then we have set pull rebase, which will basically be rebase. Like that. Yep, that's fine. And then set pull fast forward only. Nice. Okay. I think that's everything. What are we missing here? Selected strategy. Oh no, this doesn't need the branch name. This needs to take in get current branch. Like that. There we go. So that one's all done. Yeah, that's not right. That should be strategy like that. Okay. And I think these are all added, right? Yeah, those are all added. All good. Okay. Then we have the controls. So I'm going to quickly bring this one up. Okay, so this one shouldn't be too bad. I don't think. So, do new class. I don't know why I'm doing an enum, that's not right. This will just be an RRV box. Okay, like that. Okay, so we start with bar remote label is equal to a new localized label railroad.get.sync.controls.remote. We'll do bar upstream branch label. And then let's also add our class names for those. Okay, then we want the var, or we'll do it localized. What, is it going to be localized? No, it's not going to be localized. Do I have a normal RR combo box? No. Okay, that's fine. So we can do a combo box of string, or I guess it can be of a get remote, I guess, but it doesn't need to be. But sure, that's fine. That does take in some items, so we can actually take in get manager here, get manager, and then we can do get manager dot get remotes. It doesn't like that though, because that needs to be fx collections dot observable array list, and then take that in. Okay. Then we can add that. Then we can do remote combo box dot set converter, and we can just do remote dot name, I think. It doesn't like that for some reason. Pretty sure remote. Yeah, it does have a name. Why are you complaining? Set converter. String converter. Do I need to do a new string converter? Oh, I do, because... Oh, right. So I can do... We actually have a class for this, I think. I don't know what it's called, though. Utility? From... Oh, no, we don't. We have like, those. Okay, that's fine. So this will just be remote.name, and then this will be remote.name.equals string. That's basically it. We can actually have here an observable list of get remote, remotes, pass remotes in there. And then here we can use remotes to stream that, so that doesn't get the remotes every single time, because that's just unnecessary. And then, I mean, that's basically it for that one. I guess we want to do something when it's selected. So, yeah, we want to do that, but then we also want to actually do something when it's selected. So that gets the selected one. If selected remote is not equal null, then we can do get manager dot set current remote selected remote. Okay, then we have upstream branch. So that's going to be, we can have a combo box. Sure, that's fine, I guess. But we do want to set the values. I guess we can add another listener, I guess, to the remote combo box. Oh, you know what, actually, I just realized we're doing select first, but that's not correct. Oh no, I guess that is correct, isn't it? Is that correct? Possibly. Although, I guess you don't do it like that, do you? Because you have multiple remotes. I'm just trying to think of how it works. But you don't, like, have a current remote, do you? Well, I guess you kind of do. I mean, the current remote is basically just the upstream that you would push and pull from. Yeah. So I guess in that case, what I want to do this, I guess, is a thing we can do though. So I mean, what we can do here basically is we can get the current branch. So string current branch. If string is null, well, actually, let's do a not null case first, because that's kind of the easiest. So then what we can do is get remote dot stream dot filter remote dot name dot equals origin dot find any if origin dot is present, then return the origin, and then if get remote dot size equals 1, then just return that specific 1. But let me, okay, thank you. Probably one of all of these. Okay. Well, I guess actually, oh no, this is if the current branch is not null. Okay, no, that's not right. So that should happen there. But here, we can do this. Starts with that. Okay, there we go. Else, we can just return null. So it's probably worth pointing out that this is nullable. So that returns a string, though. Is there a case where we can just return? I think we actually just can return a get remote, actually. Like that. Okay. Okay. That's fine then. So then here, there isn't really a way to then select the current remote per se. I mean, I guess you kind of can. So you're really just setting the upstream. Yeah, I think that's correct. Okay, and then here, set current upstream branch basically just does the same thing, right? It's a very similar thing. Okay. I think that's actually kind of it. Bar remote BB box upstream VBox. Okay, then we have to do the buttons. So we don't have many for the buttons, so we're going to have a var fetch button is equal to a new RR button. Wait, we don't have a fetch button already, do we? Fetch button? No. Okay, we do want to add in an icon though, so we want to use font awesome solid dot download. I think. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Get manager dot fetch. That needs to be a $sign. That's because that's not. That's remote. Just to prevent confusion. Okay, then we have pull. Get manager dot pull. Then we have push. This can also be push button dot set variant button variant dot secondary. So that should trigger the push UI though, I think. So do I have a push button? No. So I have this one, and that's actually using a paper plane, by the way. So somewhere here there is a push button. Oh, that does just call push. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay. And then yeah, I mean pull really is the one that should have. I guess it's fine actually. Because we don't have like a conflicts thing yet, so we can deal with that later down the line. Yeah, okay. And then ideally we'd also have an abort button, but right now that doesn't make sense because once again, as I just say, we don't have that. So that doesn't make sense to do. Okay, I think that is basically it. I'm just going to quickly check. When I do pull button elsewhere, what icon do I use? I use download here. What do I use for fetch then? I use sync. Okay, that makes sense. So here I would use download, and here I would use sync. Sure, that's fine. Okay, then we have incoming changes. So we can do this one. Extends RRV box. Okay. So we can start with a var title is equal to a new localized text. Railroad.get.sync.incoming changes.title. Okay. And then next we have the number of commits that it has incoming. So var commits yeah, I guess we could just have that actually. And then that basically that would just duplicate it across. So then we can just do like commit list. Dot set. No commits text. Where would I get dot incoming changes dot no commits. Like that. Okay, and then we can also do commits list dot set commits. Get we need to get manager. Dot get incoming commits. There you go. And then we can just add those. You spelled incoming wrong? Where? Oh, yes, I did. Thank you, Wide. Incoming. There we go. And then I will just set. I can do vbox dot set vgrow. Do you like hot cross buns? I have never had one, actually. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you why, because yeah, I've never had one. It's not that crazy, Wide. It's you know, not that outlandish of an idea. Why would I be joking? Outgoing, is that? Yeah, that is what I'm looking for. Okay. Outgoing. And then I just need to rename all of these to that. Outgoing. Okay. Ink. Okay. Got them. So yeah, I don't even know what they taste like. So I don't even know what they really are, to be honest. I mean, I know obviously what they look like, but like I don't know like what they're made of. So I don't know. Just taking a git commit. There we go. Set placeholder new localized text. I see. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on the spices. I mean, I don't generally like things with a lot of flavor. So you never know. That's set text, that's not right. I want to use set graphic. And then public static class get sync commit cell extends. I'll do cell pane. Extends, I guess, a H box. Okay, message will be just commit dot subject, and then this will be the. Well, we don't really care about the author though. We just care about the. Well, yeah, I guess sure we can put author name, and then we can also put bar separator is equal to a new text. Okay, not that kind of text, that kind of text. And here we just want a bullet point. Now, I don't know. Bullet? Like, I don't know how to get one. There we go. Okay, and then yeah, so we can do committer timestamp epoch seconds, and if we just do this, can just be a normal text. We can do text and then do time formatter dot format elapsed, I guess, times 1000. And then we can do bar timeline equal to a new timeline. Pass in a new keyframe. That's not the right duration. It needs to be that one. That can happen every 1 second. Okay. And then indefinite and play. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And then we just need to add those. So kind of. I want to do var. Let's have var left box will be message and author. That'll be a V box, and that'll be like 2. And then we can do left box, right box. I put separated date there. Is that what I want though? Oh, I guess that doesn't make sense now, does it? Okay, fine. Here we'll have that then. And then we add message and right box. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. So then here, all I need to do is do that. We can still do also set text to null. Okay. Add listener. Yeah, that's fine as well. And then that just updates the placeholder. Okay. So then we can also do why? What are you trying to do? What? Public void set commits. Okay. So now we just need a way to get the incoming and outgoing changes. Now I don't know if there's an easy way to do that. What it's done here. Possibly? Oh god, my PT's dying right now. Yeah, here we go. I'm trying something. Trying to fix this, maybe? Okay. I think this is probably kind of what we want. Are these just the same? I don't think they should be the same. Right? Okay, commits between... These are exactly the same. Oh, I see. No, they're not. They're not. It's just reversed. Right. Okay. Okay. Repo. Branch. Other branch. Or branch A, branch B, I guess. Okay. So apparently the command we need to run, if we just wait for this to load, is this. I think that's because we need to be in CMD. Yeah, so that's 0, 0. That gets the count, though. We want to get the actual commits. We can use this, which would get the outgoing, and this, which would get the incoming. Now, obviously, we don't have any incoming or outgoing. So yeah, basically this then. Okay, so what's this gonna do? So no pager log first parent. I think this can just be dot dot. I don't think it needs to be dot dot dot. I think it can just be like that. And then we can use get commit parser dot parse commits, which takes in result.read std out, and then the limit. I don't think we want a limit, right? I guess just integer.max value, because we don't want a limit. Apps using .commits, yeah. Okay, oh right, because that reads it as pages. Right, that's fine. Yeah, we don't want a limit, we just want to get all of them, which could be a lot in some circumstances, but it's probably fine. Okay, so that gets incoming commits, that gets outgoing commits. Okay, now we just need to style it and add everything to the lang. Now, I'm not going to do that. Instead, we're going to get codecs to do the styling and the lang. Okay, can you add CSS for the get sync pane? Okay, before I do this, actually, I'm going to make that CSS file in here. Get sync CSS. And also add the localization keys to the US. Okay. I have set it off on a mission. Okay, so it is off. Okay, it is reading the existing ones as well. That's a good start, because otherwise it could break things. Okay, it has also checked RU, but hopefully it won't add to RU, because I didn't tell it to. So let's see what it does. Okay, there's the CSS. probably should have put approvals on untrusted, but it's fine. Okay. Okay, it's going to try and compile. It won't succeed in compiling. Yeah, but that's fine. There's actually apparently a compile failure according to what it says. I don't know if that's true. I don't think there is, but... yeah, I don't think there should be. Yeah, there isn't. Oh, just a JDK thing. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, also just get it to fix the chips. Because in some of the other ones... oh yeah, here you go. There you go. Okay, I think it's done. So let's... okay, yeah, it's done. So let's give it a run. Hopefully we're done with this, and then we can move on to... stashing is the next one that we'll need to do. Stashing, albeit though, is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, but... yeah, we'll come back to it. Well, we're not going to come back to it, we're going to do it, but... okay, wait. Okay, where are we? Railroad, there you are. Okay, so let's have a look. We're getting ever so long. Oh, it errored. Get config failed. Interesting. So exit code is not 0. Yeah, that's because if it's not 0, we need to just return false. Yeah, it runs a lot of commands wide. I'm pretty sure every IDE does this. I think IntelliJ does this too. Okay, so we go get sync. Let's see where we're at. So pull strategies merge, push strategies simple. Yeah, that adds up. We've got origin and we've got upstream. That's right. No incoming, no outgoing. Okay, we can check that in a second by making a commit. Feature VCS integration. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, only thing is the backgrounds are not propagating. The Only issue is that the background colors in the sections are not propagating. Okay. And then this won't look so weird because currently it looks like everything's a bit like offset to the left, but like no padding and stuff. But once that's fixed, those will be fine. These are fine. I need to fix the list view so it's not like selectable like this. Like this shouldn't be like that. But that's an issue with the list view itself. So okay, so it has gone ahead and fixed that in theory. So if we run it again, what are they all for? They are for all of the Git UI, basically. I mean, ideally, eventually, we can probably make it load each one only when you open it, rather than load them all on startup, but for now, that's what it does, so... It won't really matter once we make it async anyways. Yeah, okay, that all looks fine now. It doesn't look weird anymore. Okay. Good. That all looks fine. Fetch, I assume, works. Yep. Nice. Pull. I mean, that's obviously not going to do anything. Because we don't have any changes. Push. I don't know what push will do. Yeah, everything up to date. That's kind of what we expected. Okay, I mean, I can change the merge strategy and see, like, does it error? Get config pull rebase true. So if I set this to fast forward only, what does that do? Okay, and then if I go back to merge, what if I set the push strategy to something? So current, upstream, matching, you can see them all coming in down here, so those are all working. We set nothing. Nice, those will work, so we'll put it back to simple, which just unsets it, so that's good. Remote, we can change to upstream, but that might break everything actually. That might have been a really bad idea. We'll go back to origin. There's lots of errors. I don't know if that actually like broke anything. I don't think so. No, I mean it shouldn't have broken anything, because it's just changing where it would pull and push to. But since I didn't pull or push, it shouldn't really make a difference. Yeah, I don't know what these errors are. It doesn't say. So does it say? Here we go. Let's do with Git remote, funny enough. Interesting. Update item, really? Which is happening from... Well, that doesn't make any sense. From update item line 42. And what's this one? Update item line 56. They're both in the same cell. That doesn't make any sense. Could be here. Yeah, it's probably this. That's fine. So yeah, in that case, what we can do is we can do platform.run later. What we can do is we can do var. We can do this. We can do remotes. Put that before that. And then do that. So that means that this won't happen on the UI thread, but only this will then happen on the UI thread. Probably worth checking. I mean, I don't know if the other ones are going to be the same issue. Like, specifically. I'm probably, yes. I think they are. Yeah, they all seem to be the same place, throwing the same error. Let's check the older ones as well, which is this one. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, those are all fine. Those are all just the same error. This one actually, yeah, that's also the same error. Okay, so that's fine then. Okay, in that case, let's commit what we have, and then we can see if we have an outgoing commit or not. So, Copilot, you can generate us a summary. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Add git, yeah, that's fine. So if I commit that. Okay, now I might have to maybe, like, fetch. No, so only problem is that's actually not going to update. Best way to fix that would be I mean, what we can do is we can just kind of put it in here, right? So we can just do get manager.repo status property.add listener, and when that's changed, all we do is we just update the commits like that. And then I can just add that to the outgoing changes as well. Just to use get outgoing commits. And that will basically go ahead and fix that. Now, if we rerun it, we can at least see if that pops up or not, which it should. And then we can commit our current change and see if that updates itself. So that's what we'll do. Now, I will say, with a lot of these commands, a lot of them might be duplicating themselves. So we can possibly at some point come through and try and store some of it in memory. Just to make sure we don't have any duplicates. That's kind of worked. That is a VBox for some reason. That should be a HBox. So that is the git commit list. And in here, yeah, that should be a HBox. Okay, let's rerun that. Now, what I should say about these commands, so anyone is not concerned, this is not doing a single network request, okay? This is all local commands. It's not like sending any network requests. It's just using the get logs to do everything. Okay, that's kind of worked, but I think the name of the commit should have hgrow. So we can do hbox dot set hgrow to the message and say priority always. Okay, I'm not going to test that, but let's go ahead and so let's get this up first of all. And then I'm going to bring desktop over to my other window. And I'm just going to commit those changes. And we should see another one come through in the outgoing changes, if this works. So if I commit, okay, and we will have to wait for a fetch to happen. Ooh, so it didn't like that. I assume, actually, that would be because, yeah, this also needs to be in a platform.run later. Because, once again, otherwise that is going to cause basically the exact same issue we had before. So we'll just do this, outgoing commits, and then we'll plonk this in a platform.run later. Like that. And I'm just going to copy that across to here. This will then become incoming commits. This will be incoming commits. Okay, now if we go ahead and rerun that again. That should now fix our problem with it not happening on the UI thread. And it should also make that happen kind of async. Ish. Okay, so if we go get sync, there we have our 2 commits. As we can also check the HBox thing. It actually hasn't worked, interestingly enough. Either way, I can commit these changes. And we should instantly see the commit. Well, not instantly, but we should see the commit pop up here. It will take about 5 seconds max, because the refresh happens every 5 seconds. So let's see. There you go. Nice. So now it's got another commit in there. The time's going to update. That's all good. I don't know why that's not H growing. That's because apparently we set it to be a H box. Set H grow. There you go. Oh, actually, did we also? Yeah, we also did that like that. That's why. There we go. Okay, so we can go ahead and actually commit these changes as well. So once again, if we go ahead and just what platforms is this IDE going to target? Fabric, Neo. It's going to support all of them. Fabric, NeoForge, OG Forge, Quilt we are deciding on because, as everyone knows, it's dead. So, you know, nice. And that pops up there now as well. Okay, good. Okay. I'm quickly going to give it a run again to check that the HBox thing works, but it should do. Regarding what MC versions it's going to support, that is a very complicated question. Ideally, we support all of them, but to start out, we're just going to support whatever the latest version is at the time, and then we'll go backport afterwards. Really, it's a matter of like supporting modern versions and then supporting old versions and then supporting old versions. Basically, it's like the 3 stages. Or I guess 4, because you have like modern, then you have modern, then you have old, and then you have old. So those are basically the 3 or 4 stages that would incur. That's still not working. I mean, this is fine. Like, it doesn't look bad. But I think it would just look better if it was right-sided. I don't know why it's not. Oh. Because I set the title to be HGrow. Yeah, why did I do that? Oh god. Okay, so I'm actually going to amend that commit. Is the build system using Gradle? Yes, it is just using Gradle. It's not any different to how you would set it up yourself. It just does it for you. That's literally it. It's not anything special. What the hell are these? What? Where have these come from? Add GetSync UI and strategy support. Oh, this isn't meant to be a localized text. That's just meant to be a text. I don't know why I made those localized texts. I wasn't really obviously thinking straight, because those are not meant to be localized. Okay, has my change finally worked? No. Oh, why is it not working? I'm gonna lose it. I'm actually gonna lose the plot. What am I doing wrong? Hbox will set hgrow message to priority.always. I mean, the other option, I guess, is just add in a new region. So var spacer, we can do a new region like that. And then we can set region to be priority always, and that should work. Oh wait, this isn't. Oh. This isn't right. 1 second. I realize what I've just changed. That's. Guys, why did none of you point this out to me? I changed the wrong thing. I was looking at this and I was thinking, oh, that's the one I'm looking for. No, that's not the one I was looking for. I was looking for this one in here. That's why things were going haywire, because I was not doing the right things. So I'm going to have to once again amend that commit. Okay, let's test if this works before I go ahead and commit this time. There we go. Finally. Okay. Got them right aligned. Nice. So now I can go ahead, commit this. We should see the commit pop in to the list here. This is actually... Oh no, that's fine, because I'm amending that commit. So actually, this probably won't do anything. Oh no, it should... I guess it should update this, right? Nice. That actually got updated. That's good. That's cool. Okay. And then if I push, all of these should disappear. So let's push. Give it a second or two. Nice. Nice, guys. That's basically everything I wanted to do for syncing. So the next thing is just stashing. Stashing is going to be a pain. We might leave this until a later date and just go to settings, maybe. Any plans for a profiler integration? I can't honestly say that I've thought about it, but I mean, possibly. The biggest problem with that is that there just isn't like a free profiler. Like they just don't exist. The only ones that exist, you can use them for free, but you have to start a trial, and you basically have to start a trial, you know, every week. It's ridiculous. That's kind of the only problem with that. But I mean, that's your next question. I'm not making a profiler. That's very hard to do. Making a profile is very hard to do. Well, I think it's hard to do. I don't know that it's hard to do, but just thinking about it makes me imagine it's hard to do. So, Java has an in-flight profile. They do, yes, but it's kind of doo-doo. It's not good. Because it's JFR, right? Yeah. But it doesn't. It's just not really that good. I mean, maybe we could support JFR. I can't. I mean, I imagine supporting a profiler would be fairly easy to do. I think. I imagine. But I mean, the problem I found with JFR is, like, we can't use JFR on Railroad. Like, it just doesn't work. Like, you'll see if I try to profile this. How do you even do this again? I haven't done this in ages, because, well, I can't, really, is why I haven't done it. How do I do it? How do you, how do you profile it? Do I have to open... How the hell do you profile a configuration? Am I going crazy? Do you not have IntelliJ run config set up? Well, yes, but I'm using a Gradle task. Because that's basically the only way to do it. I mean, even if I just did a normal one, it wouldn't work, right? Can you not? You can profile, IntelliJ profile Gradle task. Oh, you can't. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess we can... I mean, I don't think it'll work, but we can try this. So if we do application, and we choose... Do we still have our launcher class? I don't even remember. It's so long since I... Yeah, this. Okay, if I do this, and then can I profile? No, I can't even profile that. Oh wait, that's because I need to do Railroad main. Probably. But I still can't profile that. So, I don't know. I can't even profile this, so... Code, refactor, a profile, Java application. I mean, apparently it should just show up here, according to Le Google. Any configuration templates? No. I don't know. Oh, it's only on Ultimate. It's only on Ultimate. That's why. You can't do it on, yeah. You can't do it on Community Edition. Cringe. Wait, I do actually have an Ultimate trial though, no? Do I not? Am I not on a trial right now? I thought I was. I thought I was on a 30-day trial. Yeah, activate. Close. 1 second, guys. Just wait for it to actually activate it. And we may actually have profiling back. The last time I tried it, by the way, this didn't work. So, here we go. Profile. See if it works, shall we? Command line is too long. Excuse me? Okay, now how do I open the profiler? View, tool windows, profiler. Okay. So I'm just opening the project now. I don't think it works, but we'll see. They may have fixed it since I last tried it. No thanks. Okay. Stop profiling. Cannot stop profile. There you go. I knew that was going to happen at some point. But yeah, there you go. So I can't do it. Anyways, let me delete this configuration because we don't like cringe configurations. So yeah. Anyways, I think the next thing we need to do, we can do stashing, but I want to kind of just get this done, to be honest. So I think we're gonna do the settings, which is kind of the next big thing. Though, I mean, actually, oh, pardon me. Now that I think about it, we do actually, I think we actually already have the settings. I mean, it's not going to be the git config settings, but I think we have git settings. I should have just opened settings rather than opening the IDE, but well. Okay. So if I go tools, settings. So yeah, we do actually have git settings here. Don't know why this one isn't translated. But yeah, I mean, those, I guess, those are the main settings anyways. And what the git settings in IntelliJ? We go version control, git. So get executable. Yeah, I mean, just some, like, honestly, we're not actually, we haven't done advanced enough stuff to get as far as this yet. Yeah, we've only got a very basic Git integration at the moment, so we're not quite at this level yet. But okay. That's fine. What's in GitHub? I'm going to bring this over to my other monitor, just to see it doesn't break anything. Okay, I see. That just brings up my GitHub thing. GitLab, nothing in there. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Good to know. Yeah, I mean, we'll come back to those in the future then, because right now there isn't much we can do about those. And there's obviously settings for all the different things, right? Which, yeah, at some point we're going to have a lot of these, but, you know, obviously right now we don't, because that just doesn't make sense right now. Mercutial, Perforce, Subversion, we're never going to support those, or at least not for the foreseeable future. Maybe, you know, 10 years down the line, if Railroad still exists, then maybe. But I don't really care about those at the moment because no one uses those for Minecraft mods, of course. In that case, then I guess we're done. So I mean, the only things we haven't done, or the main things we haven't done, is stashing and tags on releases. we have basically done everything else. We haven't done submodules either, but those are a lot more complex and not really important. Because generally in Java you're not using submodules anyways, so specifically in Minecraft mods you're not going to be using submodules, so that is like one of the last things we need to worry about. We don't really have a good conflict resolution system. Well, we don't really have one at all, but I think we need to do a lot more work on the actual editor itself to be able to do that, so that will have to be left later down the line. What else? I mean, the other thing, of course, is that when we run Railroad right now, all of the Git stuff is in just like the main IDE. So you've got like friggin' 50 tabs, right? I'll quickly open it and show you guys what I mean. Just give it a second. So right now you can see all the Git stuff is here, right? We have all these different tabs where we can view all the Git stuff. We have Git diff here, we have commit details, whatever. Later down the line, we're gonna have a different mode to view all the Git stuff. So we won't have to worry about that, but we can't work on that right now anyways. I also realized we have branches twice because this one's actually the commit tab, which for some reason has a branch icon. That's not really correct. Granted, I don't know what commit should actually be, though. Because commit obviously doesn't exist. I don't know. I don't know, actually. Because it's not often you would have... I mean, I Google git commit icon, and it comes up with, like, the line with a circle and then a line. I don't think we have that in Font Awesome. Let's open up the cheat sheet and have a quick look, I suppose. I mean, there's so many in here, it might just not be feasible to even find it even if it exists. I mean, I'm just gonna try and kind of look for that actually in here. Might be in Font Awesome regular rather than solid. No. Just looking for a line, circle, line. We could just use like code, maybe, if we can't find one, because that's always a pretty good, just like default icon. The other option, of course, is that we use a stacked icon, so we could use like genderless. I don't know why that's an icon, but we could use that with like with 2 lines. Obviously later down the line we would have an actual icon that someone would make for us. But I just want something as a more temporary solution, really. Yeah, so we use like minus and that circle. I mean, we could do that. Because I'm not finding what I'm looking for. I mean, I could have gone past it, but I'm more inclined to say that it just doesn't exist in here. I feel like a lot of these are just duplicates. Like, I feel like I've seen half of these already. But maybe I'm going crazy. Yeah, I don't see it in here. USB icon? Is that even in here? Yeah, maybe. That actually... I mean, it's a bit weird, but... I mean, that's probably the best in there. Oh, is that not even on here? Is that font also on regular? USB? What, is it brands? Not brands, right? USB isn't a brand. USB is a brand? Really? Are we really considering USB a brand? I mean, I guess kind of, but I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know I would consider USB to be a brand. It's very much pushing it. But then I guess it's also got Java as a brand. Java isn't exactly a brand, is it? But sure. Okay, anyways. That's fine. So, yeah, let me just commit that as well. And then I guess we're basically done. So, I mean, I'll probably end the stream, to be honest. Just quickly commit this. Use USB icon for git commit. Sure, that's fine. I probably will still do stashing, I guess, before I merge. So maybe I'll get that done before next stream. And then that means that next stream we can probably start working on what did I say I was gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna start working on the loading screen between the IDE or between the startup screen and the IDE. Is what I said I was gonna do, which is what we're currently talking about on the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, please join the Discord, linked in the description down below. So yeah, obviously, icon needs a little bit more work, which is why we're still working on that. So we'll probably work on that next time, and then there was something else. Before we started talking about the loading screen, there was something else that we said, okay, this needs to be done. Plugins. Plugins, yes. So we need to work on rewriting the entire plugin system. So that's going to be making a Gradle plugin, that's going to be setting that all up and whatnot. Shouldn't be too hard to do, I don't think. I mean, it should maybe be like 2 streams worth of work, maybe. But then again, sometimes I'm quite slow when I'm streaming, so what would normally take me that amount of time maybe will be longer. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream here because we're basically done with Git integration as far as I'm concerned. As I say, stashing I will get done off stream, because we're not going to have time today to get that done. So I'll get that done before Saturday. And then, yeah, I may be streaming something else, though, at the weekend. I don't know. We'll see. If I do, then we'll have an extra stream at some point. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.